Alright, let's rather not just dive right into this. Welcome back to Let's Play Rocket Knight Adventures. My name is Jason, and I'm about to play some games. So, last we left off, Sparkster was destroying some kind of train baddie. I'm fairly sure that level 3 is the only level that does not have a cutscene to introduce it. And in case you cannot tell, this stuff under here is a very rare breed of lava. It's called reflective lava, apparently, and it's testament to some choreographic programming from Sega Genesis to enable that kind of effect. Fairly simple. If you touch the lava, you die, but it's not terribly difficult. And here is the other water section that I told you about in the first video. The piranhas, oh wow, they don't really do a whole lot of damage. They're mechanical, if you can't tell. A lot of things are really follow the mechanical motif. I guess the Divotindos Empire is really interested in just mass-producing all sorts of things, even if they don't really work. I guess that's sort of a theme thing to say that, you know, an organic possum, a man will overcome machine, or something ridiculous like that, and fox symbolic. This mini-boss battle coming up right now, is literally a giant enemy crab. I suppose, looking back at Stage 1's boss, the Empire also likes crustaceous-type robots. Now, you're not doing any damage to the robot itself right now, but getting rid of the claws helps to not be attacked. When you actually doing damage to the robot, you either have to be dangerously close to slash it, or you just charge like this, boost the slash into it. Because I'm like 2 hits away from death, I'm not gonna bother dicking around. I didn't really need to anyway. Those rings can obviously hurt you, but I managed to avoid them all. This area is kind of peculiar because it's like you went from a lava area to a water area, back to a lava area. Level 3 is also probably the shortest level. I can't remember what time I started recording, how many minutes ago, but it really does not take all that long. I'd be able to tell this better because, well, no. I'd be able to tell for sure because I'd probably run out of stuff to say. Level 3 is kind of, I don't know, it's not as interesting as the other 2 levels. It's still fun, but it's just kind of, there. You know, also having no cutscene to introduce it, no plot elements are available. So we're already at the boss, which is a giant fish. Mechanical, of course. I can't remember if the lava insta-kills you. Okay, no it doesn't. It just does a lot of damage. As shown by my expert platforming there. And you can collect bananas, for some reason, which the fish spews out of its mouth. I guess the pig inside of it is snacking away when it's trying to kill you. This is not as hard as it might look to some people. It's all about timing. You don't need to be 100% accurate with the jumps, because Sparkster has a habit of jumping right on them. And the boss is fairly easy too. Like, I just barely killed it there in 2 phases. So yeah, level 3 is kind of just there. But it doesn't take away from the experience at all. It's fine. You do need some, you know, filler, I guess. Makes it a little longer. because Rocket Knight Adventures isn't terribly long, but it's very fun. The only thing level 3 serves is to get to this cutscene, which, yeah, apparently dinosaurs exist in Elfhorn. Sparkster has a habit of bursting through solid objects, such as metal, also. Yeah, not that easy. You probably could have guessed that was coming. This guy's name is Captain Fleegle. I can't remember what the name of the airship is. The Baron or something. I'm sure it says it somewhere online, if it even has a name. Fairly simple mini boss. Just slash the bombs back at him. He shows up again in this level too. And that was a barrel, and that was another barrel. It's fairly easy to dodge. The bouncing barrels are a little more irritating because they can be a little less predictable. And if you stop going right or you get hit, yeah, you get sent back because the airship is traveling at very fast speeds, and it's good that the game you can hit him a few more times. It's good that Konami decided to input that little air resistance thing. But once you get under here, the wind no longer affects you. And you've got a few basic, like, climbing enemies. You get hit, they knock you off. This boss can be tedious if you go along the wrong way. Some people I've seen charge up their booster and try to charge at it like that. Now, sometimes you'll get reflected back up onto the rail, and other times you will go below it and die instantly. I did not know that this 1-up respawned. So you can do that endlessly, I suppose. I guess if you want to go about this battle, you can just boost straight down. After 3 flame attacks, enemies start to spawn. You can knock them off onto the little, what would you even call it? It's just like a flamethrower bot designed to harass you. What I can understand is why you get locked in there. You can't just go left. The only thing keeping you is the screen being locked. And now that I think about it, level 4 isn't all that long either. Length isn't one of the core concepts for Rocket Knight Adventures. Fun is, though. I've got to stress that. This game, you can play it many times over, and it will not get old. And I can prove that easily because of my own experiences with it. I've been playing this game for, let's see, like 13 years now. Oh my god, I'm almost dead. Duck to avoid the things. No, I can't go back, but yeah, those barriers, they're timed. You can't do a whole lot much with them. If they're up, even if you have that little moment of mercy invincibility, you can't go past them. And there's Captain Fleegle again, with a robotic version of himself. I suppose that's to say that he has quite a big ego. I don't think anywhere really gives any backstory on Captain Fleegle. He's just there. He's just the pilot of the airship. After that little junk attack, you can get in close, and the robot goes down fairly easily. Fleegle jumps when you hit the attack button. So it's safest to kind of cheese it and stay over here, because if you just mash the attack button, you will get hit a lot and die on what is otherwise a pretty easy boss battle. Not a whole lot to say, really. And then he dies. At least he's kind of determined to kill you. Not that that's good for you, but it's nice to see the bad guys, even some of the higher up mooks, take some responsibility in trying to off the main character, or the protagonist. I guess the robot was connected to the lifespan of the ship, or Sparkster just destroyed it. Axel Gear takes off towards that little metropolis over there. And there's I can't speak. I apologize. There begins the second of these side-scrolling shooter sections of the game. This one is a bit longer than the other one, the one from level 1, and you just start off right in it. There wasn't like any turbo pack that you pick up in level 1. It just happens. I don't know. Maybe he launched himself out of a cannon again. You saw him come out of the airship. One of the what would that even be? Maybe it's a cannon or something, or a jet in case the airship needs to go in reverse. I don't know. I'm told that this section is, or not told, but read that this section is sort of a reference to something, or maybe not just this section as a whole, but that, I don't know. You can't kill that pig, no matter what. Believe me, I tried many times as a kid, thinking, "Oh, I can kill everything if it's put in my way." No, you can't. And I'm assuming this is also a reference to something. It's just kind of something. Looks like something you'd see in like a space side-scrolling shooter. I can't remember if Gradius or anything was connected to Konami. I can't remember. But I'm sure you get what I'm saying. Anyway, you destroy it, off come its legs, and you can destroy it again. Have fun. I guess those things are meant to be bullets. If you don't want to get hit, because I'm sure they do a lot of damage, considering they have plenty of build-up to when they attack. And that makes things fairly easier. So a little longer, not too bad. And again, Sparkster crashes through solid objects. In this case, metal. And, oh hey. These guys are invincible. I guess you can slash them to slow them down, but you can't do any damage to them. You can't destroy them using your own weapons. And you basically have to outrun them whenever they pop up. Get down. Not too hard, again. It seems to be a recurring theme. Now, you don't have to boost past these guys, I'm fairly sure, but I'm going to just in case because I've always done that. They fall and they start to chase you, albeit very slowly, because they are made of metal and weigh so much. You hit the button and you can go on, but even if you don't, you just wait a second, and just for fun, this little random patch of lava will kill them. It's mini-boss time. This time it's not something very specific. You think, oh, just destroy this thing, and you get to race something. Yep. For once, it's not horizontally or the ceiling, but the floor is actively trying to kill you. If it crushes you, you're dead, obviously. And this part can be a little annoying. If you try to, that thin hallway that I just passed, if you try to just run past it, it'll crush you. And if you try to just horizontally boost past it, you might bounce off the edge of the screen and get crushed before you have time to jump up. Here is a little mobile, what would you even call it? I don't know. There's that one up there that you can get. They've got them plenty around. I mean, I've got like 10 lives. Oh, shit. I've got 10 lives. And I started with none. So yeah, I'm assuming it'd be like a little harder for people who obviously haven't played it. But I've been playing this since I was a kid, so it's hard to forget and hard to not kick ass when you already know what's coming. These blinking thorn bundles can kill you in one hit. I'm fairly sure that happens at any difficulty, because if you fall off, you're just going to land on a pile of them anyway. And... sorry, what am I trying to say? You won't be able to get back to anywhere safe. And if you... you could run off and not die, I'm sure, but it's just easier to put it as an instant death trap to stress, hey, don't screw up. Going down, I don't think there's anything down. You go up for a few more gems and that extra life. Speaking of the gems, I've noticed that there aren't a whole lot scattered throughout the game. I mean, they're mostly in level 1. Oh well, it's just another something. Mostly in enemy-less areas. And you'd think you can get off a hit on Axel Gear before he gets into that giant robot, but no. And the key to the section is basically run. If he runs into you, you're obviously really dead. But you can outrun him fairly quickly. And there's a one up there, you don't need to get it. Outrun him, and you'll come to your own robot. I'd wonder why that's just standing there. And it turns into a boxing match, essentially. You have just barely less range than Axel Gear. Like, it's like a single pixel. So if you attack him, and he'll run away from you now and then. If you attack him, like, over here, and he rushes towards you, he will be, like, literally a pixel away from your attack, and he'll attack, and he'll still manage to hit you. It takes about 8 hits. I'm not even keeping track right here. I'm just attacking. Fairly easily. I think you go down on, like, 3 or 4. But I didn't get hit, so I can't tell you how much HP it takes off. Anyhow, that's stages 3 through 5. And I think I'm going to end the video, because there's only 2 stages left, so I might as well finish that in one go. I hope you enjoyed, again, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.